Okay, so since we're making a survival game, the first thing I want to do is random terrain generation using noise. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. I added a little bit to the game. Let's see. So the camera for a player, and then for right now, the red square is player, since I haven't given it a sprite yet. I had a couple objects that can be spawned in, and a couple sprites for them. And if we hit play, we'll see them. So you spawn in, you're on a tile. There's this thing that can show where you can click. And then if I go up here, there's a tree on this square. I can go behind it, and then I'll go in front of it if it's on the square above me. So that's pretty neat. And then see how it works right here. And also with the tree, and then with this bush. I'm gonna make berry bushes for food, trees to get wood, stones to get stone, and then there's other ores that can spawn. They're supposed to be quite a bit rare, but I don't think they spawn yet. Okay, so I made so you can break the objects. If we go into it, it'll spawn the objects, and then we can break them. And we can break it, wait a second, and then we can still resume the breaking. If we break it, wait like a second, and then we try to break it, it'll reset the process, even if we had it about to be breaking. So yeah. And that's just in case you were going to break something important, you won't just instantly go, whoop-de-doo, I almost broke it. Let's just not break it, and then you can not break it. But if you go like, oops, and then it just breaks, that would be pretty fun. And then stone has a higher tier resistance, so if I go into the tiles, I can see that tree only has a resistance of 0, while stone has a resistance to breaking of 2. And the pickaxe will give you a breaking tier of 2, which also affects how fast you break the object, so that if you have like a 5 tier break thing, you'll break it really fast. But considering that I only have a break tier of 1 since I have no tools, it'll only break it really slow. However, I do have this issue of if I make it like this, no matter what, no matter where on the map I go, I can still break stuff. So I'm gonna set a range so that you can't just break too far to the left or right of your player, so probably like 5 tiles size pretty much. So you can't just break insane distance. So this is the end of the day because my mouse is about to die, and if I want to charge it, since it's a wireless mouse, I'm gonna have to charge it for more time, then I'm gonna probably stay awake. So I made it so there's 3 different biomes. There's a plains biome, there's a sandy biome, and there's a snowy biome. And if we load into the game, it's split into 3 biomes. You're gonna spawn in one of them. And if I look up here, we got the sandy biome, we got this biome, we got this biome, which apparently I didn't set the box collider for this biome to be a trigger, but I can still break stuff and it still drops stuff. If I break like this tree, it will, oh, that's why I was confused. It'll either drop logs or sticks, and if I break another one, hopefully, wait, hold on. Ah yes, it'll drop a log or a stick, and then sometimes a combination of 2. I'm just very unlucky. And then we got more variations, however they don't drop anything unique yet. And if I look at this, you can see that there's randomly some ore deposits where you can get things like gold, silver, and then stone. And then they could be varying sizes, normally in circles. But there's a chance that there's gonna be like merged together and make some like weird shapes. and then it looks like a bit of a more filled map, and yeah, it's just like this. And I could probably add a fourth biome, but I'm not gonna do it this time. And yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. I'm gonna probably fix the fact that the trees are a little messed up in the positioning, and that's probably gonna be the end of the day. So yeah, on to day 2. Hello, so what I've done now is I made it so that when it generates, they'll generate in 4 chunks, but it looks like this now if I reload it. It changes. So I made it so it splits 2 chunks of grass that will always be touching, 1 chunk of snow and 1 chunk of sand. That way it's a little bit diverse and more replayability. And I'm working on the player inventory system, however, I'm having difficulties getting it to work, so I'm not going to show it yet. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to continue working on the inventory, and hopefully I'll finish that by the end of today and get started on the first mob movement systems. I am back. So if I hit play, we watch into the game. And I still haven't implemented a radius where you could break stuff, but if I break this tree, then I'll break, and then I can go up to it. Oh, it disappeared. And if I hit escape, it's now in my inventory. I got 2 logs. I can break a couple more stuff. And then you can access the inventory by pressing escape. And then I can pick these up. It'll add to the inventory. That was 9 sticks. And I can hit escape over and over again. That'll open it close to the UI. And then it'll still obviously click if it's behind your mouse. That's not thing to change. What I managed to do today so far was, if we hit play, I'll load into the game. The ammos work as normal, except now I made it so if this one stops, it'll just sit there for a little bit. So this one's just gonna stay there for a little bit and unmoving, and then it'll continue going as normal. And I also made it so your hunger will naturally go down. I removed the stamina bar because I didn't want the player to be sprinting along, since I already think you're pretty fast and the map's pretty small, so there's no need to be able to run. And then if you break the bush, there's a chance you can get some berries from the berry bushes. And also, if I hit escape, you can craft. And then you can only craft pickaxes right now. I also removed the fact that you can put stuff into special item slots. So yeah, that's fixed now. And then if I get some wood, then what we shall see. I'm unlucky. Never mind. Again, if I get some wood, okay, I got some wood. I can craft a pickaxe, put in the slot, and I can break stone. Now, if I put it out by slot, wait. Oh, I don't remove the pickaxe from hand. Oh well. But I can break the stone, and I can craft a stone pickaxe, and I can replace it. So yeah, you can change it. So if I find another vein, then let's see. I can't mine this, but I can mine this now. But if I put on the wooden pickaxe, we can't mine it, but we can still mine this. See? So let's grab some iron. We can make an iron pickaxe. And then let's make some silver. We can make a silver pickaxe. And let's mine some gold. We can make a golden pickaxe. And then look, our inventory is pretty much full. If we mine some iron, we're gonna be full. Or I guess it didn't drop iron. If we mine some wood, we're gonna be full. Which means we can't pick up these berries. Oh, what? Where did that go? So apparently we did pick up the berries. But we don't actually pick them up. So if I press Q, it'll drop the item. And then we can pick up the berry. And if we press E, it'll increase our hunger a little bit. Can do that again, and the apple's going back up. And obviously I still have a bunch of bugs to fix, like the fact that you can pick stuff up with a full inventory, meaning that you just will have no space. And also that you can swap an item into a special slot. So yeah, there's obviously a few things I need to fix, but currently this is all I've done. It's not a lot, but I do plan to make swords, hopefully, and then maybe make some enemies so that the game's not you just existing. Okay, so this is the end of day 3, and I came up with a name for a game called Corruption Create, because I think, like, I'm making things, because I've started on things called corruption spots, where you can get things to fight the first boss of the game. So I think that I'm gonna go with this name, and then you can start and quit, so I'm gonna hit start. And then if I look at the scene, we got some of these little bits of corruption. This one is an altar spot that has this thing called an altar, which I'm gonna be able to place something on, and then because it's an altar, you can't break it ever, and only one spawns in your world. It's gonna be like a boss spawning pedestal. And then to summon the boss, you can break these things to get this little orb thing, which you can put into it. So I'll be back in a second and I'll show you how you can get it. Okay, so I've crafted a golden pickaxe, so if I go up to our corrupted area, we can break the altar. Now if I switch pickaxes to this pickaxe, I can't break the altar because it's a really high tier resource to get, and it takes a few, but we could break it. We'll get this orb, which we can pick up, and you might be wondering, well, probably not, but you may be wondering, how would you place it onto the altar, since the only way you can interact with the world is by breaking stuff normally. But if I head down to the altar, you can see that I can drag it outside, and then I can just, apparently at some point I removed dropping, but you're gonna be able to drop it. Actually, let's do a retake. So if I come back here, what I want to do is, if you put it here, you're gonna be able to drop it, and if it's touching the altar thing, you're gonna be able to summon a boss. So yeah, I'm gonna probably, hopefully, finish that tomorrow and make some enemies that you can fight and maybe die to. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work. Okay, so today, doesn't really feel like I did much, cause I kinda spent a lot of time making this for the main title. It's not a lot, but it kinda worked because it has the title and everything. And if we go to the title, this is what it looks like. Pretty simple. It has the logo, and then it has the start and quit button. And then if we go into the game, and then we hit start, I had a few enemies. They can't hurt you yet, but they can throw stuff at you. And then the way you kill them is you go around doing this, and then their health will go down. And then if you do it again, it won't ever stop because their health just goes down and never goes back up. So you can go down, and then you can run away to dodge their attacks, maybe heal a little bit, and then they'll still take more damage. And then they attack on a same basis no matter what, depending on when they saw you. And then when you kill them, they'll drop bones, which don't have a use, and I don't think I can make a use before the end of the 5 days. Since we're already close to the end, the only thing I think I can add is the final boss, and probably nothing really else. So if I kill one of them, which takes forever because they have 15 health, which makes a sword a lot better. You can see I get some bones. Bones. Lots and lots of bones. I am so burnt out from this project because I'm not used to working in a lot of time. I'm more or less used to just taking my time with this. That's why one of these the last game that I made took me a full month. Okay, so the game's pretty much done. I won't be really able to do much more today. I finished the final boss, so I'm just gonna show everything that's in the game at the moment. So first I break this bush, it'll give me some food. I can eat the food, and then I can move stuff around. You can't put stuff in the special slots. I had crafting, but you can't craft a helmet, boots, or this. You can only craft tools, except I have the logic steps, so if you could craft it, the effects would take place, but you can't yet. So I'm just gonna craft some tools and I'll meet you back once I get to gold tier. Okay, so I have all the tools I need with the sword and a pickaxe, so I need to find a corrupted zone like this. Kill these guys with my sword. Hopefully not get hit. Where'd my pickaxe go? The issue. So I have a sword and I have a corrupted orb. Let me just kill these guys real quick. Took quite a bit of damage from that, but that's not that bad. Okay, so now if I place this here, summons the boss, who should shoot a bunch of bullets at me and kill me really fast. Hello? Yeah, that does tons of damage. And I won't show what happens if you kill him because I kind of don't wanna. Well, I don't think I can kill him either. Huh. I don't think he has health. Oh well. But he attacks really slow and does tons of damage, and yeah, that's the entire game. Thank you for watching this video. If you want me to continue the game, I will at 100 likes.